What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome to the next part in our 0 to 1 million coins guide. So, as you saw last time, we did some investments for marquee matchups, and marquee matchups has just dropped today. So the 4 games that were chosen, we've got the Melbourne victory against Sydney game, which annoyingly we didn't actually end up investing in. We've got Villarreal against Sociedad, Sporting against Porto, and the only team that we got right was actually KAA Ghent. So if we quickly jump onto the transfer list and see just how much these players are currently going for, we can see that they're completely sold out at 1,000. If we go to about 1,500, you know what? There's not many up for 1,500. So if we get lucky, we might be able to sell these guys for about 1,900 coins each. Now, we may be thinking, well, we barely bought any players from this team compared to the other guys we got. The majority of our players were actually, we'll go for 1,800, were actually from the French game, the Monaco against Marseille game. And the reason that we went quite high on that one is because there was just so much potential for it. Club Brugge wasn't even in there. So annoying that we actually picked up that team. There was just so much potential for them to rise so much because of the use for them in SBCs at the moment, that they would have just gone through the roof if it was included. But I guess it just wasn't meant to be. But on the flip side, because we picked up a few players from this squad here, we're going to make easily our money back, and then we can just go on and list everyone else as well. Now, a few people may wonder why I'm listing them for 1,800, 1,900 coins when we could be waiting a little bit and then potentially seeing them go higher. But I want to make sure that these guys sell for a nice little premium and that we guarantee that we make ourselves some coins from them, instead of running the risk of the prices crashing and us not actually making much from them at all. As you can see here, we need to get rid of some stuff from our transfer list because we do have some more on our transfer targets. So what sold from last time? The fitness, position change, the inform, a bunch of other players and stuff, as you can see here, which is what puts us on the coins we're at now. And these guys are selling instantly for about 1,900. So what I want to do is just make sure that we don't miss this boat and we can list all of these guys up. And that does involve just jumping on here, finding all the ones that we did buy and listing these guys up. Like I mentioned before though, although it's a little bit annoying that the French ones aren't actually included, it's not actually the end of the world because we can easily at least make our coins back, if not more, because we got them all under their current market price. So we minimalized any kind of risk by getting them for so cheap. And that just guarantees it's basically a break-even investment, worst case scenario. These guys here, though, these are the ones that are actually making us a killing right now. We paid about 400 to 500 for each card, and we're selling them on for roughly 4.5 times profit. So that's about 400% profit, well, 300% profit on each of these cards, which easily, just on their own, covers the whole investment, like I said, for marquee matchups. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is finish listing up all of these KAA Ghent players, which I don't think we have a ton more of them, but I'm going to finish listing these guys up. Then we're going to have a look at just how much we've made from those. Then I'm going to start listing up these Marseille players, the Monaco players, and all the ones that we picked up that sadly weren't included or weren't needed for these marquee matchups. Okay then, guys, so that is all of those guys listed up. As you can see, we made about 30,000 coins just from those few, and we didn't have very many of them at all. Just about, 11 of them that we actually picked up. Now we've got all of these other guys that we picked up, and we made sure we picked them up for cheap. So we got this Jemison for 500 coins, and we got Raggi here for 500 coins as well. Both of them are from Monaco. So if we jump onto the transfer list and look for 750 coins, then we can see that as it stands, we can't pick up either of these guys for 750 coins. We are actually just making ourselves profit from players that weren't even included in the marquee matchups because we picked the right ones. Even when we jump up here and we start looking at players for 850 coins, they're not there. So I think we're going to be listing these for about 850 odd coins, possibly a little bit higher by the looks of it. Do you reckon we could actually get 900 coins for these guys? Okay, there's like none of them up for 900. I'm guessing when we jump up to 1,000 coins, we're going to get loads of them though. Yeah, so we're going to be listing these guys straight up for 900 now for the Monaco players. The Club Brugge ones that we picked up, they're not needed. They're not going for a lot. So we'll list those up a little bit cheaper. And then we've obviously got to start thinking about the Marseille players as well. So let me just get these guys all listed on the transfer market. Get rid of these guys from the transfer list. And then again, let's just see where our final coin total, if you like, after the marquee matchups part of the week is done. Okay then, guys, so that is the marquee matchup side of it done for the Monaco players as well. And as you can see, they're selling instantly for 900, 600 on those guys, and it's just easy profit again. So I think next up, what we want to have a look at is probably the Marseille players. So Pele, the goalkeeper, seems to be one of the cheapest players available. So we're going to jump back onto League and onto Olympique Marseille, gold rated, and we're going to see what shows up for 600, nothing. So 700 is going to be the cheapest we can get. And 700, there is one Pele available. And apart from that, you know, it's just Jermaine and that Mitroglou guy. So if we jump up to, if we jump up to like 750 or 800, we'll see who actually shows up on this search. So again, it's just the rare golds that are showing up. These non-rare golds, like I mentioned before, because they haven't been flooding the market from packs, they're still fairly rare. So we should be able to get about, it looks like 700 coins a card. Roughly 700 coins a card. Maybe a little bit more for the bigger names. But 700 coins a card when we've spent barely anything on them, maybe 400 or 500 coins, is still profit. Yes, it's not huge. But you've got to remember, these are our failed investments. Our failed marquee matchup investments are still making us profit because we were so smart with who we chose to go with. That is the wonder of this. If you just pick the right players, if you think about the logic behind everything, then you can basically guarantee yourselves profit on whoever you go for. And we're going to list a couple of them at 750, some of them at 650, just to try to make sure they all sell. Now, we've seen all these guys that have sold here, so once again, I'm just making sure it is recording before I remove it. We can remove all of these guys from here, which will allow me to just send those straight across. But before we do, we are just going to check to see the Club Brugge players. And Club Brugge players were not needed at all. So I'm going to hope that they're kind of holding their value at... Okay, so they've gone up as well. Damn, okay, so just because it's probably used in the SBC, these guys have gone up nicely as well. And we're going to be looking at... there's one for 750 here, and he doesn't seem to have sold. Oh, no, he has sold. Okay, so 750 seems to be selling fairly quickly here. I don't really think there's, like, any for 750. What do we have on 800 again? So if we've got the CAM or the CDM, I think we're going for 750. And let's just see, oh, God. Let's just see how much the other guys go for. So the CAM and CDM is putting us up to 750. And... still got no one there. I don't know if we've got anyone other than the CAM and CDM. But CAM, CDM, we've got strikers in this as well. It's just the best way for me to remember at the moment. Okay, so we're looking at about 750 for all of them. And I think, if I remember correctly, the majority of the ones that we got were the CAMs and the CDMs. Have we got like none down here from Club Brugge? Oh, we didn't have many from Club Brugge then. I swear we had some on our transfer targets list. Oh, we had a couple. It is basically those, yeah. So they'll go for 750 each. And then the last ones that we had there were the Birmingham players. And we can just list them for 200 and hope that we can get lucky and make our money back. We do have a couple of players like Faven here, which I accidentally bid. This one guy here I accidentally paid 1,000 for, which was a mistake when I was using the web app to bid. And you can see that no one else have actually spent that much on, but mistakes happen. It's absolutely fine. And this right back is someone that I'm just going to quickly check while I'm on here, because I didn't see how much he actually was going for. Sakai is going for... he's about 1,000 coins. Jesus. So we can get about 1,000 coins for the right back. We know that these centre backs were they roughly 750? Was I correct in thinking that? No, it looks like they're going for a bit more. You know what? I'm just going to judge it based off what Futbin says and list all these guys up and then show you after I'm done. Okay then, guys. So as you can see, we are on 105,000 coins. And that's with everything not even sold yet. So you can see a bunch of stuff has sold, and I varied the price in which I sold them for so that it wasn't just flooding the market at one set price. We have still got all of these Marseille players here selling at the moment. These Birmingham players, I don't expect to actually make our money back without a lot of relists. And it might just get to the stage where I discard them and take a small loss on those few players. We've got some Club Brugge players here still selling at the moment. But overall, we have made an absolute killing on these marquee matchups. Well, I say an absolute killing. We're probably up about 30 to 40,000 coins when it's all finished. And that's with basically picking the wrong team for almost every single one of our investments. But just investing smartly, buying players on bids and sniping them below market price so that we can make a profit either way. Now, next week, hopefully we can invest a little bit earlier and get those rarer ones. Those Sydney, the A-League ones, they're the ones that rose the most. And that's what we're going to look at for the rest of this video. So when it comes down to marquee matchup investments, it's a weekly thing. We can do this every week. We can basically guarantee that we're going to make some coins, or it can at least complete the challenge for cheap, if that's the route we choose to take each and every week. But what can we do after it's released? Well, you can see this challenge here. We need one player from either Melbourne Victory or Sydney FC. That looks like it's going to be the toughest one to complete. If not, it's going to be the Ghent players for the Anderlecht against a Ghent matchup. So what we're going to do is jump straight onto the transfer list here. We're going to reset that. We're going to find the A-League, wherever it may be hiding down here. Here it is. And we're going to set it onto Sydney FC and just see how cheap players are currently going for. So you can see there's quite a lot of them up for 3,000 coins. Are we seeing any for about 2.6? Quite a lot for 2.6. So we want to basically be finding exactly where the cheapest ones are. They're listed for about 2,000 coins at the moment. So if we want to instantly sell it, I'm guessing we have to be buying them at below. That kind of price there is fine. We want to be buying them so that we can list them instantly at around 1,800, 1,900 coins at the moment, and then hence make a profit off them immediately without any kind of risk. So what we're going to be doing is sniping a few players, and the first one we get is actually for 1,800 coins, which we should be able to list for about 2,000 coins here and still make 100 coins profit. It's better than nothing. Maybe I do want to just lower that one a little bit, had it a bit high. And then we're just going to literally be sitting here for a while sniping these players. If we pick any up for discard, then we can be making about 2,000 coins profit instantly on one player. And I know sniping's tedious, but a lot of you ask me, like, what's the best sniping filters to use? And it's these ones that are based around marquee matchups or new SBCs that release. They're the ones that hold the most potential because people need these cards when they're released to complete the squad builder challenges, and hence the market is going crazy for them. So many people have invested in them that they're listing them. They're quite common players, so they're going to keep being packed during the event, and hence people might not recognize their price, listing them up for too cheap, and allowing us to get these snipes in and make ourselves another quick bit of profit from the same SBC, but just using a different method. So we're going to use this for, whoops, if we can snipe properly. That's probably gone by now, hasn't it? We're going to use this for a while, see if we can maybe just take ourselves up to 120k. I'm not after anything crazy from these, just enough that we've sniped it for a while, we've seen the profit that it can turn if you're patient with it and you're taking your time to do it, and then move on to, we'll probably end the video after this because it's going to be quite a long one based around marquee matchups, especially when we're, oh my god, that's a dream. That's the exact kind of player we need, guys. There, and silver ones might even go for a bit more. So picking that one up there could have been around 2,000 to 4,000 coins. I'm not sure of the rating requirements, so I'm not sure if a silver one does go for a lot more, but they're the dream. They're the ones that we really want to be winning. And I messed up the snipe again horribly. I think I messed up again horribly. No? Yeah. Of course I did. So we're going to keep... Okay then, guys, so it's another little one that we picked up. A 1,400 coin snipe, but every little bit is adding up at the moment, and 1,400 to 2,100 is a 700 coin profit from just one player, and that's not a little amount of coins. If we're doing that 10 times, it's 7,000 coins, and if we have the patience to do that 100 times, then we have 70,000 coins from one sniping session. And I know these are some big numbers, and it's going to take a while to get to there, but this is a fast way of making coins, despite what anyone might think. Sniping around profitable filters that hit quite a lot of research, quite a lot of returns on your searches, that's the best way to make coins if you do plan on sniping. Oh yes, that was quick. We actually did manage to just get this silver player for 1,600 coins, and from what I think I saw, they were actually going for a chunk more. So I'm hoping that that is the case. We've got 5,400 for the cheapest one. There is a lot of this guy on the market right now. There is like a ton of this guy on the market right now. 4,400? Still at like 4,400. And there's page after page of this guy. Someone went in big on these silver players. So 3,800 seems to be the cheapest we've seen. And it's just not stopping. There are so many of this guy not selling on the market right now. 3,400. You know what? I'm just going to go in at like 2,700. I've got a feeling they sell for a bit more than the bronzes just because of that rating boost they provide. If he doesn't sell first time round, we'll still be able to easily make profit on him on a relist. But about 2,700, I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be okay. And we're making over 1,000 coins profit from just the one player here. Oh, we got a gold player as well. Okay, I wonder how much this gold guy goes for, because this is the highest rating of them all. So, and he's a duplicate. We've got one of him in our club. Okay, maybe we packed him. Maybe he's like an untradeable one or something. Or did I buy one? Like, did I find one for cheap when I was looking at the prices and buy one? Maybe I did. Maybe I am just losing my mind right now. How much is he currently going for, though? That is the question. You know what? I'm going to put him on the transfer list, and we're going to go have a look. Ninkovic is his name. Right, let's go see how much he's currently going for. Wait, actually, I think they've probably only got one gold player. Okay, so he's not actually going for like a fortune. Let's go down to 2,500. He's going for like 2,400 coins. That's still another 1,000 coins profit that we've made off that one card there. And maybe we did buy one of him. Like maybe we got a really, really cheap one or something. I'm going to go check the club and have a look and see exactly what's going on. Right, let's list him up for 2,400. So that's 800 coins profit from that guy there. That silver guy's definitely not going to sell because we've clearly overlisted him. And he should have been listed for about 2,300. I'm going to just lower these guys a little bit so we can get these off our transfer list. The 99 contract can come down a bit. This Pew guy, I don't know why he was ever listed for that much. Okay, let's list him up for 450. And this is another big contract, isn't it? Let's list that for 600. And then I think they're just normal contracts, which we will also relist there as well. Let's just go check to see if we did, well, how much we bought the guy in our club for. I'm hoping that we got him for pretty cheap. I'm really, really hoping we got him for pretty cheap. We don't have any more in here, do we, either? Copenhagen. Oh, we bought 2 Sydney FC players. Damn, we're geniuses. 350 coins. I really didn't think we bought any of them. Okay, so he can go up for 2,400. And this centre-back here, how much did we get him for? 200 coins as well. Oh, we are literally living the dream right now. That's another 5,000 coins from just 2 of them. I don't think we've got any more, do we? Adelaide United, not going to quite cut it. Let's just see that. Just check your bronzes. It's always worth making sure that you haven't got any more. Because these Australian League players, they're kind of like covering our club. We've got 2 of them that we've seen so far. Not the right ones, annoyingly, but still. I don't think we're not going to have any more, are we? I'm pretty sure that's looking like that could be it. Yeah, cool. Nothing else there. But hey, we just found 5,000 coins in our club, so I definitely can't complain about that. I'm just going to check what this daily objective is right now. Oh, buy a player. 350 coins. It all adds up. Those guys aren't selling in a hurry, though, so I'm wondering if the price of them is starting to fall a little bit again. So looking at 2,000, are we going to get him? No. So they're selling instantly for about 2,000 coins still. Oh, there you go. 121,000 coins we are now on. So we are absolutely flying. I wonder if it's possible for us to maybe push towards the 150k mark in this episode. I don't think it's unrealistic to think that we might be able to get there. Maybe we will end the video as well by doing, oh, that would be nice, a couple of SBCs that we haven't done yet, a couple of the league SBCs, just so we've got a couple of packs to open. It's a bit of fun, and we're going to do a couple more from that list that guarantee break even, but give you a chance of profit. Come on. Oh, no way. A 200 coin one. Oh, that's a 2,000 coin profit from one player. And I've got a feeling that if our internet wasn't quite as bad as it is, then maybe we could have had that guy. They're the absolute jackpot ones. They're the ones that just give you that fortune straight away. But that one wasn't meant to be, and that silver one wasn't meant to be either. That's 2 fairly big snipes that we just missed in a row, but it just shows that they are being listed and the potential to get them is still there, even if we can't win a single snipe at the moment. Okay then, guys, so the snipings, it went pretty well for a while, but the internet side of things has just got really, really, really delayed, is what I was about to say. And that was me, like, I was just about to go show you how bad it's got, and obviously that had to be the one time that that happened and we made 2,000 off a snipe. But yeah, what I was going to say is the searches, they're getting pretty delayed usually, and right now it looks like all the kind of delay is gone, so we may actually just stay on this filter for a tiny bit longer, because all of that lag that I was just about to talk about has clearly disappeared. But this guy needs to go to our club, so we may as well jump onto the transfer list at least and talk about the players that have sold so far. So most of those investments for marking matchups have sold somewhere between 650 and 800. A random bronze Sunderland player we bought has sold as well. All of these guys are selling for 2k when we pick them up, and there's a Birmingham guy gone as well, which is pretty nice to see them move. Sydney player again for 2,100. They're the other Sydney players here. And we're just making an absolute killing on this Sydney sniping filter right now. Well, we were until the internet started playing up, and now that it's hopefully working again, potentially, we can continue to make an absolute killing on it once more. We do need to come in here, though, and find wherever that Sydney guy was. Let's actually just sort it by league. It's going to be a lot easier, isn't it? Where is the A-League? What I was going to talk to you about is the fact that we're going to do some SBCs. So let me just get this guy on the transfer list for, let's give a 2-1. He should sell easily for 2-1. We're going to do a couple of SBCs in here. And the first one that we're going to tackle is going to be part of an Icon SBC. Now, the majority of these are really expensive, but there are a few in there that hold pretty good value at the very least. And it's going to be part of Petit's SBC. If we can find him, here he is, and it's the Monaco part. So it's going to be giving us a Prime Gold Players Pack, an 81 rated team, 4 Monaco players minimum, and there is 1 block in the squad already. So we're going to snipe the players we need for that, for as cheap as we possibly can, alongside continuing to snipe these guys, because as you can see here, they just keep selling whenever we get them. And if the internet isn't playing up anymore, then we're just going to abuse this filter for that little bit longer again. Here we go, 400 again, no way. Oh my god. Okay, the internet really seems to have fixed itself, and at the same time, this filter just seems to be giving out massively right now. The last 3 decent sized snipes we've actually won, and we'll make about 100 coins off that guy, but that was the very top end of what I wanted to spend on him. So let's list him up. Let's try and be greedy. Let's list him for 2-2. I think the prices are slowly starting to move up again now, and there's so many of him just being listed right now. That's another 2 players, though, that we just won, so we are absolutely flying. And 1,800 coins, if we did get him, it would have been fine, because even the small profits that we are making on them, they do add up very quickly. The ones for 1,500, though, they're the best ones to be getting, because, well, not the best, but you're getting 600 coins from them. And you guys have just seen that we've won maybe 5 of them in the space of like 3-4 minutes. Which just shows how fantastic this filter can be, and any other filter that revolves around a new marquee matchups, a new SBC, something different released in FUT, basically. Okay then, guys, so we have completed the AS Monaco one, and we were sniping with the players, getting them as cheap as we can. Players like Savic here, we got him for 950, and while we were sniping him, another one popped up for 950. So we bought that card as well. And we could list that for 1,200 coins for a couple of 100 coin profit. So little things along the way can just make you those extra coins if you're aware to them and you pay attention to them. As it goes, we accidentally list him for 1,500 coins, so he's not going to sell, and we're going to have to relist him next time. But the whole general consensus of how it works is there, and it all makes a lot of sense in the long run anyway. So we've got space on the transfer list. We're good to open this Prime Gold Players Pack here. And this is going to be how we end the video, guys. So hopefully we'll get some boards in it. It'll be a nice way to end the video. We do get boards in it. Hopefully it'll be like an 89 rated Ronaldo, Messi. It's Spanish, so it's never good. And you know what? I'm very happy actually with Aduriz. An 84 rated card from it, which I think is still like 3,500–4,000 coins at least. And Galeno, Pereira... no one else of like huge value to us here. We do get Emerson, a Roma left back that might sell for a little bit, but apart from that, nothing massive. But we'll definitely be making profit off that SBC, and that's the main thing from these ones. Either we're going to make a bit of profit, we're going to break even, or we're going to make an absolute killing and pack a huge superstar. So before the next episode, guys, I'm going to list up all the players that you can see here. Hopefully some more stuff from the transfer list is sold. I was going to say I may do a bit more sniping, but I don't want to do any of that kind of stuff when I'm not filming videos, so I'm probably going to leave it at that, and we should be pushing about 135k, so if you guys are doing all this investing and sniping around marquee matchups, again, you can spend longer doing that. You can be on a lot more coins than I am right now. You'll still have your games and your bronze pack method you're still doing, but for us, for this episode, that's where things ends, guys. So if you are enjoying the series, make sure you drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, join our Discord, all of the normal stuff that I mentioned in the videos. And again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.